Now, if you're trying to buy this property right here in a much faster way, then there is one simple trick that you need to know about. And this trick will help you get into the market faster. And if you don't know what that trick is, it's simply known as lender's mortgage insurance. And if you don't know what lender's mortgage insurance is, lender's mortgage insurance is a one off, non refundable, non transferable premium that's added to your home loan. And now you may be sitting there thinking about, why the hell would I want to have a one off insurance added to my loan? What does that help me do? Well, I'm going to explain that to you. And if you're trying to buy this property here in Ascot, in Bendigo, that's about $500,000, then most people will actually use a 20% deposit to purchase this property. But if you didn't know, lender's mortgage insurance allows you to have a smaller deposit towards the home. And what's the benefit of that? The benefit is that it lets you get into the market faster. And don't worry, I'm going to break this down even more. If it's already confused you, I'm going to break it down for you. So don't worry. Let's have a look at this home. This home is about $500,000, right? And if you want to buy this home, say it's $500,000 and you put a 20% deposit, that deposit is going to be $100,000. Now, I don't know at the last time that you've seen 100K in your bank account or not. It's not often, or it's very hard to save up $100,000, right? And that's the deposit itself. Then you have all the additional costs like stamp duty, legal fees, settlement fees, building and pest inspection. And let's be honest, stamp duty in Victoria for a $500,000 home is going to be around $25,000, not $16,000. So the total cash equity required is $130,000, which is an incredible amount of money. But with lender's mortgage insurance, we will be able to have a smaller deposit, a 10% deposit, a 12% deposit, and even a 15% deposit to be able to purchase a property of this value. So what does that look like? I'm going to show you. So let's have a look at this house here. $500,000 home. If we had a 20% deposit, 130K. Now, if we made that 12%, right, this will drop our deposit down to $60,000, and our total cash or equity required is about $90,000, give or take a couple of thousand. That's a drastic difference from $130,000, and basically there's a $40,000 difference if you go with a 12% deposit compared to a 20% deposit. And that's a huge bargain. And let's put this side by side, for example. I'm going to open this up here if I can. There you go. I'm just going to make the numbers the same. Now, all these other numbers are the same. And I'm going to put this back to a 20% deposit, right? So this one is with no lender's mortgage insurance, and this side is with the lender's mortgage insurance. And if we can see here, at a 20% deposit, $130,000 in total. At a 15% deposit, 105. At 12% deposit, $90,000. At a 10% deposit, $80,000. And most people will go for a 12% deposit because it is a fine balance for that mark. And I'm going to show you as well why. But I'm going to show you how much lender's mortgage insurance actually cost you, right? Because I've been talking about how you can get into the market with a smaller deposit, but what is the amount that you will have to pay of lender's mortgage insurance on a property like this? Before I go any further, if you have not already, make sure to purchase the Property Blueprint Education Program, right? I go through so much information in this education program all about property investing, the best strategies, the best markets, everything to do with building and pest inspection, and more. It's an absolute no-brainer to join. It's $599, but you also do get 6 months access to the private community, which is worth over $200. So if you're feeling lost, confused, or stuck in your property investment journey, or you don't even know where to start, this is tailor-made for beginner investors to make sure that they hit the ground running with the most up-to-date information about the property investment journey there is. So make sure you join now, because if you don't, this small investment could cost you big, right? Or this small investment could make you lots of money. So make sure you make the right decision and make sure you jump into the Property Blueprint Education Program. All right, and now let's get back into the video. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at an LMI calculator, or a lender's mortgage insurance calculator. Let's take the price of this property, right? We said it was $500,000, so I want to input that number in. The property is located in Victoria, and my deposit at a 20% deposit is $100,000. And if I put that in, $100,000 and calculate that, I will have no lender's mortgage insurance. But let's go back here and say I want 12% deposit, so $60,000. What does that mean? So let's put $60,000 here and calculate. That means my lender's mortgage insurance will be between $5,000 to around $7,500, right? That's a very small price tag to pay to enter the market with $40,000 less deposit. And let's make this a bit more accurate, all right? So at a 20% deposit, there is no LMI. At a 12% deposit, there's about $7,500 of lender's mortgage insurance, right? And I'm going to show you the power of lender's mortgage insurance, right? Because this is $7,500 and this is added on top of your loan. This is not something you pay out of cash out of your own pocket. This is something that is added on top of your loan. And why is this so important? I'm going to explain why. So the difference between a 20% deposit and a 12% deposit is around $40,000 for a $500,000 home. Let's take this sheet here, right? If you wanted to save up $40,000 and you saved at $500 every single month, just say you're on an average income, you can save $500 towards your savings every single month. This could take you 18 months, and this could take you roughly 6.5 years to save up 40K just to enter the market. But let's just say you're stellar at saving money. You can save $1,000 per month. That's still going to take you around 3.5 years to save $40,000. And at the rate that the property market is booming, the market would have already moved by hundreds of thousands of dollars away. And your $40,000 savings goal needs to be more like $100,000 because that's how fast the market moves. And this is the power of lender's mortgage insurance, right? This allows you to enter the market with a smaller deposit, allows you to enter the market much earlier than actually anticipated, and it will allow you to reap the benefits of capital growth with a small addition to your loan of around $7,500. If your home property value goes up by 10 or 20K in just the first year alone, you would have made your lender's mortgage insurance back and more. So it's an absolute no-brainer to actually enter the market with a smaller deposit and jump into the property game. Otherwise, you will be left behind. Now, what's the caveat to this? If you're a shrewd person and you saw this spreadsheet, you would have noticed there's one big difference between all the numbers. And that means when you have a smaller deposit, your mortgage repayments or your interest payments will be higher. And if you look at the expenses and specifically the interest payments, you can see that yearly it's $24,000 on a 20% deposit, but on a 12% deposit, it's almost $27,000. So we are almost paying $3,000 more in our cash flow to the property because we have entered the market with a smaller deposit, which means we've taken a larger loan, which means we are having a larger amount in terms of repayments. Now, this is the important thing to understand about entering the market with a smaller deposit. However, regardless of that, right? An extra 3K, but you enter the market and it makes another $10,000, $20,000, you're still coming out on top. So in hindsight, it makes sense to take the lender's mortgage insurance risk, add that on top of your loan, and enter the market quicker so you can reap the benefits of capital growth. It's literally a no-brainer, right? It will help you get in the market quicker, you can make some money, and then it's all happy days, right? So this is the simple trick that will get you into the market faster. And if you want more education like this regarding property investment, regarding property in general, then you need to be part of the education program, right? It's $5.99. It's an absolute no-brainer. There's over 100 members in the private community as well, which will be able to assist you in your investment journey alongside myself, and you'll have all the educational resource for the rest of your life. It's a small investment into your property education journey. So make sure you jump in, at least go check out the website because it's a great information tool for you. Till next time, thank you.